Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. And when we last left off, we did Meet Me in Zero G, actually got a silver. Now we're ready for the Blue Moon, where we head back to the moon with a cargo of mystery goo. We release the goo over a specific biome, and then we show off their piloting skills, and our budget has increased. So, we are ready to continue here. And I have a rocket that I've pre-built, and I will load that up and show you what I got on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Muna 10 ready to go. We have the probe cores here, the mystery goo canister here. We have some RCS propellant, RCS engines, and a separator here. 2 tanks with these 4 engines here and this main booster section, so with any luck, we should be okay. I did drop a little bit of fuel out of this top tank to squeeze under that 61-ton limit. Now we will be launching from the North Pole, essentially, and that's where we're going to need to go. 100K is the orbit that we're looking for, and it's going to be equatorial. So why didn't we just launch from Kerbal Space Center? Well, your guess is as good as mine, but that's neither here nor there. 3, 2, 1, let's go! So we do have liftoff clean separation. Let's go ahead and pitch over a bit to the 90. Let's start getting some altitude and some lateral velocity. We'll pick up a little bit of speed, and then once we punch through the thickest part of the atmosphere, we'll be go for throttle up. Let's let the nose tilt on over naturally. Maybe just a tad too much. We'll SAS on that one. Go for a little bit more throttle up here. Start picking up some more lateral velocity and letting those gimbal engines do the work. And then right as we cross the thickest part, we'll go for maximum thrust and get a clean separation here. All right, we'll point it at the 45, maximum thrust. We'll break through the sound barrier real quick, fast, and in a hurry, and be go for separation. Boom. There we go. Clean separation. Starting to get a nice plume behind us here. It does kind of look like we're tilting up a little bit more. We're wasting some of that that lateral speed on trying to keep our elevation going. But once we clear surface mode and get into orbital mode, we'll have a better look at where we're going here. Speed is decent. Altitude is climbing. And we're getting out of the thick stuff, so let's just let the nose naturally come down and start really building some speed here. All right, almost to 100K. That's what we're going to watch. That's the magical number. And cut. So that's about as close for government work as I can get. So we have still a little bit of fuel left in this stage. Let's actually... I didn't check staging. So then we're ready to stage and get rid of that fairing. All right, I will go ahead and complete this orbital insertion here. And then we will adjust our inclination as we need to do. So I will be right back with you. All right, that's done. Well done. Muna 10 reached a stable orbit. Let's go ahead with the Lunar transfer. We'll set the moon as our target, and we are 1.7 degrees off, but that should be fine for government work, especially if we can catch it at the ascending node. We won't have to worry about a thing, and we can indeed. We're looking for 13,000 as far as a parry goes, so as long as we're close enough for government work, 20K, good enough. Going to be a 31-second burn for us, so I am going to go ahead and for the time being, just shut down on hibernation mode here for our probes, so we have plenty of electric charge, and I'll be right back with you. All right, just a touch of RCS to finish it off. We only use 3 monopropellant, just sort of speeding up, slowing down, and getting the moon periapsis set. Let's go ahead and hibernate and get to the moon, and I will be right back with you. All right, we are approaching the moon. Our periapsis is okay. It's at 14.2. We need to bring that down to 13. The orbits crisscross just a little bit, but that shouldn't take much fuel, and we are going around the correct way, which is half the battle. So we are looking good and looking pretty. We're going to go ahead and turn on our probe, go to our peri, and add some retrograde stuff. And we could actually do our inclination adjustment. Well, no, because then our ascending and descending node would be at a pretty fast spot. But if we're being ultra conservative, that might be a way to go. That way we're not like as fast as we could be. So we could just go for a capture, I think. That should be fine. What would it actually take to get captured around the moon in its earliest? Right there. So a 2-second burn is all we need to get captured. Then we can adjust our inclination on one of the sides and then bring our apo and peri right down. So I will go ahead, hibernate, get to our next maneuver node, and be right back with you. And as a matter of fact, in order to make this better, I'm going to shut down these 2 outside engines because I don't think we need all of this thrust. So we can better modulate our control this way. So I'm guessing about a 4 to 5 second burn. So we'll go ahead and hibernate, get to the next maneuver, and I will be right back with you. All right, that is that, and we are captured. So now we have our ascending and descending node, and I think we can go either way. So our ascending node is going to be out here. Let's go ahead and add our maneuver and turn that straight down. And we will have to probably slow down at the same time. So let's add a little bit touch of retrograde and see how we're doing. That does look a bit wonky, does it not? It does indeed. But that'll put the peri pretty much right there. We can adjust at the apoapse and be fine. So that is a 3-second burn out there in the middle of nowhere. Outstanding. So I'll go ahead and do that then and be right back with you. All right, looking pretty good. The next thing I want to do is adjust the inclination here at the apoapse. Just a smidgen, just a touch is all we need, because the ascending and descending node is pretty much right on the parry. So that should be close enough to get that to work, and that's only 3.6 meters a second. We can do that with some RCS, I believe. That way we can save some of the main juice for the big maneuvers. And then we can probably also at that time slow down just a little bit and get our parry set. So I'll go ahead and complete that maneuver and be right back with you. All right, just a smidgen of RCS there at our apoapse to get down to 12,998. 2 meters, I am not going to argue with that. We are going to need to keep our probe on for the time being, however, so we can get to our parry here. We'll add our maneuver. And actually, I mean, we're -1 degree. Can we do something about that? It's going to be tough. We're going to be moving pretty fast due to the Oberth effect. Come on now. I said cancel that maneuver. I mean, we could see if 1 degree is good enough. It might be good enough. We'll see if the game likes it. All right, we'll go ahead and add some retrograde, get that right down, because if we have to adjust our inclination at this point, it would be pretty rough. 12, 3, and 21. Let's just do the switcheroo there. 13, 1, and 11, 1. I mean, that's close, and it's a 10-second burn. So we should be good there as far as that's concerned. 10 seconds is like our last big burn, I think, for this mission. And I think we have enough fuel on board to do that. So I'll go ahead and get to our maneuver and be right back with you. All right, rocket is ready for its final big burn of the mission. Here we go with a 10-second burn. Boom. Yeah, we'll have plenty of fuel. Feeling pretty good about this. We're going to slow right down here and cut. A little bit more boosty boost. And cut. 1.4 meters a second. I think we can do any fine-tuning we need to do with RCS. Awesome. So observe the mystery goo in low space over the east crater. So it looks like we have to do another inclination change. And we're going to do that at basically 90 degrees. So much for me thinking we were going to do okay. And unfortunately, this kind of sucks. I can see over the crater there. That's going to be a 41 by 13 Apo and parry. How much is that going to be? A 7-second burn. 7 more seconds of fuel. We might be able to get away. I think I can see a little bit of a shadow right here over the crater. So if need be, this is as far as we'll need to go. But I mean, I can kind of save it. All right, let's just do... if we wait there, we'll have some positive impact. We just picked the wrong way on the wrong road. So that's the crater there. It's really dark and really hard to see. But a 6-second burn should be fine. Should be fine. As long as they don't have us doing anything other crazy maneuvers. If they do, I mean, we do have this probe with just RCS thrusters on it. and it'll be really lightweight and really easy to move. So I'll go ahead and hibernate then, get to our next maneuver, and be right back with you. All right, waiting on our 6-second burn here. SAS on, go. 2, 3, 4, 5. What in the world happened there? It's like I lost all control. But are we over the crater? I think we are, kinda. That should be close enough for government work. And this is a space program. All right, so if I were to say, come here on the opposite side of the moon and lowered our apoaps just a touch. We don't want to go really low, but just to where we can drop that down a little bit more so we can be in low lunar orbit over the crater. That should be fine. I'm hoping. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and save it as moon and overwrite. And then we can do that 4.2 meter a second burn with RCS. That is not going to be an issue. That way, if this mystery goo doesn't fire or work correctly, we will be in like a dirty shirt. All right, so I will go ahead and conduct those maneuvers and be right back with you. All right, as advertised, we're just going to use a little bit of RCS to slow us right down. RCS off, and that should put us in a low orbit around this crater. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and hibernate, get around to the back side here, and hopefully we will be in low orbit over the crater. That's going to be our ultimate wish and goal. And we just need to transmit the mystery goo from over the crater. So I'm guessing this dark spot right here is the crater, and we kind of want to be like over it a little bit more. All right, so I'm guessing we are now over the crater. We're going to come out of hibernate. We're going to find the mystery goo box wherever it went. There you are. Observe the mystery goo in space near the moon. Transmit. Transmit the data. Plenty of electric charge, and the data's coming in. We can confirm. Our calculations are correct. Special whatsoever happened to the mystery goo while flying over the East Crater. A complete absence of results is expected. Thank you for your hard work. Gene asks us to pass along one file instruction. If possible, land Muna 10 in the East Crater. The more accurate you are, the more the probe is intact, the more valuable the information we will receive. All right, so they want us to land in that crater. All right, sounds like a plan. We'll actually go ahead, and since we will be here first, we'll add a maneuver, and we'll only need to drop our approach down to like there, and then we can work on slowing down. So a 34 meter a second burn again. So I want to save my liquid fuel for the massive deceleration we have to do. So part of me wants to continue doing that in RCS. So we shall do such things as these. We'll hibernate just for the principle of doing it. And we'll go ahead right around the moon here and just do our 1 second burn. All right, so we're below 10,000. Luckily, it looks like we're going to be landing on the day side, so I'll go ahead and do this maneuver and get ready to land. All right, we're going to use up some RCS here, slowing this bad boy down. It's probably more effective to actually use our regular engines. So RCS off. We'll maintain our thrust here and cut. 1 meter a second difference. Where does that put us? Right over the crater, and I believe we should be ready to start decelerating. If we do something like that, the moon will rotate under us. That's only a 1 second burn in 1 minute and 20 seconds. So let's just do that. We're almost to our, well, we're halfway to our apoapse anyway. All right, let's burn just a little bit. We still got plenty of fuel. All right, slowing it down, slowing it down, slowing it down. Outstanding. And we kind of want to get this thing right on the edge of that crater so we can really slow down. So there we go. We'll cut that. Now I think we're in like a dirty shirt, and we're going to want all 4 engines on this, I believe. All right, so all engines are working at 100%, and we're going to have to be really careful whenever we go. We can slow down as much as we can, and then we'll slow down with our probe. So here we go. There's our highest point. The moon is going to sort of turn around. Now, if we were to adjust our inclination here, what will we need to do? I mean, we could do something like that. It's just a 2-second burn. And then we can sort of go from there. Seems like a plan. So we'll just give it a quick 2-second thrust. And then we'll maintain the rest of this fuel to slow down with. And skaboosh. All right, SAS off. That's going to put us pretty much on trajectory. So we're going to be pretty accurate. So the suicide burn would be the most ideal to execute. Are we over the lip of this crater? Just coming over the lip of the crater. Are we going to make the lip of the crater? Seems kind of iffy if you ask me. We are coming down pretty quickly. We might have to raise our altitude up just a skosh, so we clear the crater. Oh, we're almost there. Awesome. So I think we can start our braking maneuver. Let's go ahead and do our rotate. Oh. Let's get control back. RCS on. Full power. Slow us right down. All right. This should be okay. All right, we've come to nearly a complete stop. We want to go retrograde, so it should auto-magically follow. And yeah, we should be able to bring this thing back in one piece. We'll just sort of help push this thing over just a bit, like that. Go retrograde so we come straight down. And no worries. There we go. Yeah, we don't even need much thrust to kill our speed. And our speed is dropping quicker than our fuel situation. Let's look for our shadow here. And then once we see our shadow, we'll be in like a dirty shirt. Or at least see some thrust here. 3 meters a second. There we go, and cut. Boop, boop. Nice, we're intact. Most impressive. You have the makings of a great pilot. Take a breather. You deserve it. There's a success. Bronze and silver. Outstanding. Got the landing go. Save and quit. Feels good, man. Feels good. So, we did it. We got Blue Mun. And then the next mission is Lunar 1. You're about to make history again. Build a spacecraft, land on the moon. Easy, right? No big deal. So let's build Lunar 1. Once you launch, you'll have 4 days to complete your objectives and return home, as we are short on snacks. But that is going to do it for me in this episode of Kerbal Space Program. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Kerbal Space Program video. Take care.